the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as we are here with OP Premier Super Speedway Racing. Been doing this for 19 races, still struggling at it. Championship night here tonight. Holy cow, it is the final race of the season. Qualifying is underway. Anthony English in the 44th, going to be one of our first championship contenders to lay down a lap time. And Anthony English currently in 4th spot. Adam Kilday, driver of the 85, another championship contender, making his way out there on the speedway. Zach Fritsch in the 12, our 3rd championship contender. Old Fritchie going for a championship here tonight. And the 04 of Mark Mann, not on the speedway just yet, will be our 4th championship driver. As our times are coming in, quick time right now being set by the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Adam Kilday, the only driver out on the speedway, and Kilday in the flash across the start finish line. Adam Kilday up into 9th place. So for our championship drivers, it seems that Zach Fritsch, Adam Kilday, then Anthony English is the order for our contending drivers. Track has gone quiet. 1:15 left in qualifying. So tonight we crown a champion between 4 drivers, and it is a battle between those 4. We'll see who can come out on top. As we reach the final few moments of qualifying, let's go ahead and step away for the national anthem. Won't go anywhere. We'll be back for tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our lineup is complete. The drivers are situated on the grid, so let's go ahead and roll right into our starting lineup for this one on the inside of row number 1 with a quick time of 51.015. Not that. Same numbers forward and backwards. That is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. On the outside of the front row, the 13 of Andy Brigante. Row number 2, Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, and the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Row 3, Sean McCarra in the 71, and Zach Workman in the 19. Row number 4, going to see the 12 of Zach Fritsch, and on his outside, that is the 62 of Les Levy. Row 5 will be the 85 of Adam Kilday, and the outside, the 27, John Stevens. Row number 6, Rob Connors in the 00, and the 42 of Peter Borgia. Row 7, Anthony English in the 44, Dave Hunt in the 53. Row number 8, Nate Warren and David Overstreet. Row 9, the 04 of Mark Mann, and the 99 of Alex Giffen. And our final row here tonight will be Eric Laurie and Lynn McNeese. As the field makes its way through turns 3 and 4, a final race here in season 16. Tonight we crown a champion. 20 drivers on the speedway, all 20 drivers out here to win the race. 4 of them trying to win a championship. Lights are out on the pace truck. Field racked and stacked and looking set to go racing. And here we go for the first time tonight. The pace truck gets out of the way. The 17, the 13. Green flag is out, and here we go. Inside lane, a little bit of a bump and run there on the bottom. Trying to build up some speed, but no heavy impacts. Everyone stays straight. And the 13 of Andy Brigante trying to shoot out ahead, but here comes the hard charging inside line. Zach Fritsch in the 12, already below the yellow line. 85, dipped down there for a second. Zach Fritsch looks like he's going to try and drop to the tail of the field as the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds leads through turns 3 and 4. Reynolds onto the front stretch, looking to try and lead the first lap. And the 17 going to get that lap led. 19 of Workman. Now with some momentum in the second lane. Down the backstretch, side by side. Zach Workman trying to take the race lead away. Workman in the 19, now down on the inside. Here comes the 13 of Andy Brigante. Brigante got shuffled back a little bit, but challenging right back. He's going to pull the 85 of Adam Kilday to the front with him. Kilday, Fritsch, Mark Mann, and Anthony English not chasing stage wins, not chasing points. They are a 4-car race amongst themselves. So we'll be keeping an eye on them. Go ahead and pull up who our championship drivers are. With 20 drivers out here to battle it out tonight, let me know who you're cheering for, not only in the championship, but who your favorite driver is. Love to hear from you guys, as always. Nate Warren in the 16 having the fastest lap of the race for the moment, as the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds drops down below the yellow line. Looks like he's going to get shuffled to the rear of the field. Zach Workman and Andy Brigante now doing battle door to door. Nate Warren fastest lap of the race at a 47.12 last time around. Nate Warren trying to make a third lane happen. 42 of Peter DeBorgia up there with him. They both blend in behind into the second row, behind the 15 in the second row. And now the 16 and the 42 charging their way to the front in the third lane. Good head of steam. Those two cars built up some good energy, trying to take over the race lead. Meanwhile, the 19 of Workman trying to make his race car as wide as possible. And now we got a 3-wide battle for the race lead. All 20 cars running in this pack. Alex Giffen in the 99. Last car on the speedway, tucked in behind our championship contender, Mark Mann in the 04. Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch, Anthony English, employing the strategy of being at the back of the pack. Adam Kilday finding himself in the midst of the storm. So back in the pack, it's a fine line to walk. You want to give yourself plenty of room to get separation in case a big incident happens. You got plenty of time to check up. You got no one around you. You can avoid the incident. But you don't want to be so far back that you lose the draft and end up going a lap down. You got to find that sweet spot. Kilday in the 85. Second car in the second lane. Right now, he is our lead championship contender, Andy Brigante and Zach Workman, leading their respective lines. A lot of cars on the inside lane as we're working lap 8. We got 3 drivers peeling off for pit road. Peter DeBorgia, Jeff Crosby Sr., and David Overstreet all hit pit lane that time. We have our championship drivers up in the window, or on display, I should say, in your upper right-hand corner. As the 19 of Workman continues to have some help from the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Nate Warren in the 16 was up in the 3rd lane for a little bit. Now finds himself down on the bottom. John McCara in the 71. McCara's had a quiet season. Not be surprised to see that 71 in victory lane here tonight. Another group of drivers peel off for pit road. Crosby Jr., Workman, McCara, Warren, Fritsch, and McNeese all on pit lane this time. That shuffles the 13 of Andy Brigante to the race lead. Adam Kilday in the 85 still tucked in tight behind him. It looks like just the 13 and the 85 going to hit pit road on this stop. That'll put the 27, John Stevens, as our race leader. Les Levy, Rob Connors, Eric Laurie, and Dave Hunt, your top 5, as our green flag pit stop cycles continue. No takers for pit road this time. The 85 of Kilday trying to hustle, trying to beat Jeff Crosby Jr. and Zach Workman. Not going to have the momentum he needs. Here they come with a full head of steam. The 33 going to flash right on by. So Jeff Crosby Jr. now leads all drivers who have made a pit stop. John Stevens, our race leader. Les Levy second. This group single file. And so not sure what everyone's plans here are. I can tell you they will need to make a pit stop by about lap 18. As the 27 comes back onto the front stretch. There's 9 cars in this group who have not made a pit stop. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 continues to lead his group of drivers. Adam Kilday in the 85 As a run on Lynn McNeese makes a move to the outside lane, has nobody going with him. So the 85 and the 12 now side by side. Eric chiming in. How you doing, Eric? Good to see you. Eric rooting for Adam as Jeff Crosby Sr. lays down the fastest lap of the race, a 46.953. Jeff Crosby Sr. laying down the fastest lap of the race. Meanwhile, the 27 still leads, still not hitting pit road. So this group continues to cycle around single file. They're the last group to stay out, and they're going to try and stretch their tanks as far as possible. So I think we'll see them come down pit road maybe next time by. And that will complete this round of green flag pit stops. Down the back stretch, these guys are 31 seconds ahead of Zach Workman, who now leads the second group. And turning a little bit faster lap time, so when this cycles through, Zach Workman, Jeff Crosby Jr., Sean McCara, all of them should cycle to the race lead. Here we are on lap 18 down the back stretch, the 27. Going to lead 9 cars onto pit road, either this time or next time by. And here they come. And not all of them are going to come. Eric Laurie stays out. So Sean Stevens, Les Levy, and Rob Connors hit pit road. Eric Laurie and this group going to try and stretch it a little bit further. That's Laurie, Hunt, Reynolds, English, Mark Mann, and Alex Giffen. So another lap further on fuel. New fast lap of the race going to go to the 42 of Peter DeBorgia at a 46.85. Dave Hunt not going to come down pit road. He will be the only one to not hit pit lane, as Eric Laurie, Jimmy Reynolds, Anthony English, Mark Mann, and Alex Giffen are on to pit road. Mentioned the 42 having the fastest lap of the race, a 46.845. Mark Mann wins the race off of pit road from that group, and we're going to see Zach Fritsch in this group flash right on by. Dave Hunt on the pit road, drops the jack, and away he goes. The 12 is Zach Fritsch, the 19 is Zach Workman, going to easily take over the race lead. We're running 3 wide, just a few laps left in the end of stage number 1. Eric Laurie in the 071, long pit stop for him. Only assume a speeding penalty, a little bit aggressive when he entered pit road. Going to cost him just a bit of time. But the 12 of Zach Fritsch, championship contender, leads this race. And our championship 4. Down to just a few laps here in stage number 1. This one going to end at lap 25. Les Levy found out all by himself. So Levy has lost the pack. Good news for him. This stage going to come to an end before he goes a lap down. So the 62 cycling around by himself. Eric Laurie, the only car 1 lap down, and he's a good little bit away from these guys. Zach Workman in the 19. The 12 is Zach Fritsch. Looking like the 85 of Adam Kilday, going to try and make something happen in the 3rd lane. Here we go, lap 24, 2 laps to go in the stage. Wide down the back stretch. Field looking for that one to go in stage number 1. One more time to go. The 85 up in the 3rd lane has fallen back just a little bit. Down the backstretch, the 19 pulling ahead. Zach Workman drops down to the inside. Workman now protecting the low line. Off of turn number 4. Here we come for the stage. Not going to matter to our championship contenders, but the 19 of Zach Workman going to win stage number 1. And the yellow flag comes out to end the stage. Zach Workman, our stage winner. Field coming around to catch up to the pace car. We'll see about getting a word in with the driver of the 19. We'll let him make his pit stop before we try and interrupt his concentration. I expect to see everyone on the pit road except for Eric Laurie. Eric Laurie gonna get the free pass. Here they come. Long pit stop for the 19 of Zach Workman. Down and away he goes. Let's see if we can't get a word in. With Zach Workman. Fuel Sim Racing, the 19 of Workman, our stage one winner. Zach, how you doing out there?
I'm doing great, KR. I won the stage. That means absolutely nothing, so that's great.
Well, either way, we get to talk to you.
Oh, I mean, you talk to me anytime. This is, you know, we have phones and we can do that, KR. We don't have to just do it in broadcast.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, the phone works both ways. I tried to hit you up a bunch of times and you're just ignore me.
I'm busy.
With what?
Ignoring you.
Ah, I'm gonna go cry.
Well, either way, man, you win the stage. Nice job out there. How's the racing like?
Pretty tame, for obvious reasons. You know, no one wants to be that guy. In stage one, so I'm sure it'll ramp up here after stage two. It'll probably be the same kind of racing, but not really in the sense like no one's pushing like super aggressively hard. But I'm sure when it gets down to 10 to go, that's where it's gonna start getting crazy.
All right, man. Well, 10 to go is always a little bit crazy no matter what, but this one here got a lot riding on it. What's your plans to help championship drivers?
None, because I don't care about any of them. I'm just racing for no Presta, you know, the team standings. trying to get us up in the constructor standings for next season. So I'm purely running for myself. All of them can get out of my way.
I like it. I like it a lot, man. Well, good luck to you. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
Got to shout out me for driving for No Presto. I'm the last standing because Vince is on a cruise ship somewhere in the Caribbean. Will we ever see him? Don't know. Lockwood, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably watching something else in a chair. And then, yeah, but no, I'm running with FSR tonight. I can help out Fritschy, see what we can do. But other than that, I thank my parents for always watching, and you for watching us go in circles. So appreciate you, buddy.
All right. Good luck to you, Zach.
All right, I'll see you.
As Zach Workman running for himself out there tonight. But he's in the Fuel Sim Racing Group. Lights are out on our Chevy Silverado. On the front row for this restart, Alex Giffen and Les Levy. Row number 2, Peter DeBorgia and Andy Brigante. Row 3, Jeff Crosby Sr. And the 53 of Dave Hunt is not sure what was going on there. Inside line kind of fell apart, but green flag comes out and Alex Giffen gets a huge jump. Les Levy going to jump up to the second lane now, as he was trying to get a draft from the 99. Levy doesn't have any help. Here comes the 13 of Andy Brigante and the 53 of Hunt. Down the backstretch we go. Side by side here in stage number 2. Our first stage went clean and green. Levy slicing down in the inside. Now he'll hug that yellow line. Andy Brigante in the 13. Dave Hunt in the 53. Trying to build up some momentum. Mark Mann, trouble down the backstretch. Mark Mann at the tail of the field. Mark Mann going to come to a stop. And our first yellow flag for an incident. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Bring out this yellow flag. Looked like Dave Hunt maybe got a shot. Couldn't hold on to it. Mark Mann at the tail of the field. See if we can get another shot of it. Coming down the backstretch. And just chaos. Fritsch able to get through it. Kilday in the 85, I believe, was able to squeeze through without incident. Right on board with Kilday. Chaos happening up in front of Kilday. He dives all the way down to the bottom, keeps that car clean. I do believe all of our championship drivers were able to come away without an incident. That is good news for them. With that being said, we're back under yellow. Gonna take a quick break. Everyone makes their way onto pit road. No one go anywhere. We'll be back for the restart right after this.
You wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the world of
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is racked and stacked and ready to go racing once again. On the front row for the restart, the 42 of Peter DeBorgia and the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. Row number 2, the 27 of Sean Stevens and the 46 of David Overstreet. Row 3, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds and the 62 of Les Levy. Pace truck gets down and out of the way. Here we go. Green flag is out. Once again, we're going to go charging off into turn number 1. I'm going to give a shout out to Medlock in YouTube chat from Max Speed TV. As you can tell, I'm allergic to him. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. All right, scrambled my brains just a little bit there, but got it sorted back out. So Peter DeBorgia in the 42, out in front with the 46 Overstreet on his back bumper. Peter DeBorgia, last one back on December 1st in race number 7. Punching his ticket into championship contention. The things didn't go his way, and he is not one of our championship 4, but doesn't mean that he doesn't want to win this race. So the 42 and the 15 both want to try and pick up a win here in this one. So as the 42 cycles around, hugging that yellow line, Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15. Trying to build the momentum in the second lane to try and work around him. Second lane not quite getting there just yet. They can pole even, but don't quite seem to have enough to make the pass complete. As the 15 now has the yellow line. 27 of Sean Stevens finding himself in the second lane. Down the back stretch, the 27. Sean Stevens with some help from the 13 of Andy Brigante and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. All 20 cars still in this race, all 20 cars on the lead lap. All 20 cars separated by 1.7 seconds. As the second lane fizzles out a little bit, the 15 and the 42 going to have a moment where they're not challenged. Catch their breath, right around, log some laps. But things are about to pick up. We're just a handful of laps away from the end of stage 2. Down the back stretch, the 27 has some momentum with the 33 helping him. Nate Warren in the 16, no stranger to the third lane in this race. We'll see if he's going to try something, if he can make it work. As far as our championship contenders go, Zach Fritsch in the 12 leads our championship contenders, but Anthony English coming up to the inside here. Adam Kilday in the 85 right there. So we got 3 of the 4 running pretty close nose to tail, door to door. Mark Mann in the 04, hanging back just a little bit. We go on board with the 04. Alan Fritsch chiming in. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you. Final race of the season, Alan. The 12 of Zach Fritsch for a championship. I'm assuming that you're gonna, and there it is. Yeah, you're voting for the 12. Who would have saw that coming? So Alan Fritsch rooting for the 12 of Zach Fritchie. We got one cheering for Adam Kilday. We got one cheering for Zach Fritsch. I don't know if anyone else has declared who they are cheering for. But either way, championship contenders running in the back half of this field, bunched up together. And at the front is the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. So Fritsch in the 12 leads Anthony English, Adam Kilday, and Mark Mann. They make their way down the back stretch, the 15 running door to door with the 46. 3 wide, the 42, a little bit wild there. Settles it back down. We go 3 wide, the 71 of Sean McCara. Jumping out there. So McCara can't quite clear down to the yellow line. 71 leading that lap. They scramble down the back stretch. Zach Workman in the 19 comes away with the race lead. We're going to get 1 to go this time by for the end of the stage. The Workman loves to see that we're single file here. Here comes the 15 and the 16 making a run in the second lane. Here we go for the final lap in stage number 2. Zach Workman, clear advantage down through 1 and 2 and on to the backstretch. '15 trying to build some momentum. Will it be enough? They make their way onto the front stretch for the final time here in stage number 2. And Zach Workman going to make it 2 for 2. Alan wants to know if this is my last broadcast, and it is definitely the last one for a good long while. I don't know if it'll be my last one forever, but it's definitely going to be the last one I do for a little bit. As the field caught up to the pace truck, they're going to hit pit road this time. Yeah, I need to call Workman on the phone. You're right, Eric. So we're going to try and dial him up on the phone, I guess. So the field slowed for the stage. Everyone going to make their pit stops, and we'll talk to our stage 1 and stage 2 winner just as soon he is done with his pit stop. Don't want to interrupt it. Don't want to be the reason why they say, oh, we got a speeding penalty while talking to him. Not after that. We are after a good talk where they can let us know what's going on out there. We got another vote for Adam. That's 2 for Adam, 1 for Fritchie. Let me know who you're cheering for here tonight. Is Fritchie going to win the race off of pit road? Zach Workman, a 4-tire stop for him. Strategy seems to be working as he is down and away. Workman racing with the Fuel Sim Racing guys. The driver for No Presto. Let's see if we can get in another word with our 2-time stage winner. Zach Workman, ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hello, hey, this is KR. Thought I'd call you this time.
Oh, sweet, man. We're talking on the phone now. How's it going, man? What are you doing?
Oh, you know, just having a good old time talking to a stage winner.
I mean, are you really? I don't know. It's not convincing.
I mean, I don't know what else I need to do to convince you that we're talking.
I don't know. You gotta, like, speak in a different language.
Ooh. I can do French and Japanese. Which one would you like?
No shot you can do Japanese.
Sure can. Suzuki, Kawasaki, and Honda.
Yeah. Those. Konnichiwa.
Sure.
Ni hao. Ni hao.
Oh. Well, man, you go 2 for 2 in the stages. What do you think your shots are at winning this race?
0%.
Well, what did you think your shots were of going 2 for 2 in the stages?
100, because I just have confidence, you know, in myself. But yeah, that was a spite stage, because Sean lifted a little bit, and yeah, I told him not to lift, and then he left me in the 3rd. But thank God I had Andy Brigante behind me, because he gave me a hell of a push on the back. And I shouted expletives towards Sean and told him that I was going to win the stage in spite of him because he left me. So I achieved that goal, and yeah.
Well, man, nice job winning stage 1 and stage 2. Been a calm race. We had a pretty big dust up on the backstretch. From your point of view, what did you see happen out there for that big one?
Yeah, I was underneath Nate, so I was just staring at the suspension bits and all that, and had a minute of damage. I thought I did a pretty good job of getting through that, and then I realized I had a minute of damage. I'm like, oh, that wasn't as good as I thought. But car's still fine, doesn't really get hot, so it's all good. We'll continue trucking up.
All right, man. Well, nice job so far. Any other shout-outs, thank yous you'd like to add?
All right, so I thanked the team last time, so I'm gonna choose someone else to thank. I'm gonna thank Triton Boats for being on that Alex's car, and also Hot Foot, Foot Throttle. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. It's got a bald eagle on the side, so we appreciate them for sponsoring this great league.
All right, man. Well, nice job, and good luck in the rest of this race.
Yes, I'm going to do nothing of note and come back 12th, so I'll see you then.
All right, there you go. Zach Workman, driver of the 12, our stage 1 and stage 2 winner. Here we go. Andy Regante has control of the field to 15, a Jeff Crosby Sr. to his outside. And we're going back to green flag racing. Final 45 lap sprint to the end of the race, to the end of the season, to the crowning of a champion. Regante in the 13, working his way out into the race lead. '15 and the 62 work in the second lane. Now we settle in for the long stretch. Most likely we'll see these drivers come down pit road 2 times in this final sprint. 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. sliding down in front of Andy Brigante. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Out in front of our championship contenders, Anthony English second amongst that group. Kilday third, Mark Mann fourth. 04 of Mark Mann has really seemed content to ride around at the back of the pack. Mark Mann in the 04 has not yet hit the go button. We'll see what happens when he does. Well, things at the front of the field are starting to get mixed up a little bit. The 15 works out ahead, and the 62 of Les Levy trying to build some momentum to catch up to him. Now the 13 slides up to the middle lane. Les Levy gives him a shot in the shorts, and the 13 had to wrestle that steering wheel. 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 16 of Nate Warren do a great job in the third lane, surging to the front of the field. As the field sails off into turn 3 wide. Kind of the back half of the field, really looking spread out but consistent. Looks like they're anticipating something to happen in the front of the pack here. I can't imagine why, but we go back to 2 wide racing. The 13 of Andy Brigante leading in the second lane. The 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. down along the yellow line. Through the trial when we go. We begin work on lap 60. Eric Laurie in the 071. And back just a little bit. Up along the wall. So Laurie going to find a slot to drop into. Trouble. The 15 hard into the outside wall, catches the 13. Zach Fritsch and Nate Warren make contact. Fritchie out of shape. Adam Kilday, Mark Mann go down through the grass. Anthony English in the 44 looks like he got through cleanly. But Zach Fritsch taking a shot there. There was trouble coming off of turn number 4. See if we can't catch another shot of what happened. We're gonna back this up a little bit. Here we go through 3 and 4. Looks like Dante just kind of washing down. That Fritsch in the 12 with contact. Keep an eye high above to make their way onto the front stretch. The 12 thinking he's clear, tries to get back onto the track, doesn't know the 16 is down there, and both drivers get a rude awakening that you can't have 2 cars in one spot. See how Adam Kilday and the 85 got through this. We go on board. Fighting the wheel, but gets onto pit road. It's slowed down. Off the nose of the 04, Mark Mann. Let's see how he got through this. So a bit of hard contact for the 12 of Zach Fritsch, but as far as I know, that's the first time he has any damage. Still should have a fast repair available. So a lot of the drivers come down pit road to top off their fuel tanks. Lights go out on the pace truck. Front row for this restart will be the 62 of Les Levy, the 46 of David Overstreet. Row 2, the 12 of Zach Fritsch, 48 or the 84 of Lynn McNeese. All right, pace truck is away, and we go back to green flag racing, the 62 at Wes Levy. Big jump from him. That Fritsch in the 12 for the first time, showing some desire to be out in front. Of 44 of Anthony English right there as well. David Overstreet in the 46, trying to pass the 62 of Les Levy, but Levy comes back on the inside line. Down the back stretch, we're on lap 66. The 12, the 44, the 04, and the 85. For the first time this race, all four championship contending drivers are in the front half of the field. We'll see how this works out for them. Fastest lap of the race just got turned by the 42 of Peter DeBorgia. 46.842 turned by the 42. A good lap time from DeBorgia. Business picking up out there. Each time you see or hear about the lap time getting faster, you know these guys are getting after it. Down the back stretch, the 62 and the 46. Teammates battling it out. Lynn McNeese in the 84 now leads in the second lane as the 46 drop down to the bottom. And McNeese in the 84, trying to make some noise on the bottom lane now. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 looking to make a move. The drivers out there really getting after it. Best lap times down around 46. Peter DeBorgia turning a 46.84 essentially. Last time by, and they're turning a 47.8. So even though they're shuffling around out there, they're still not cranking out the best lap times that they can. Lynn McNeese in the 84. Still taking a shot from the 33. '16 of Nate Warren had heavy contact with the 12 of Zach Fritsch. He has lost the pack. He is definitely slow. So the 16, not sure if he's got a fast repair available to him, but he is out there running around very slow compared to the rest of the field. So we'll see if the 16 gonna have to limp around, or he does end up having a fast repair. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, the 04 of Mark Mann. Trying to lead the race. Mark Mann out in front by a nose. The 04 coming around to the line. Mark Mann leading that lap. I'm not sure, but that might be the first time a championship contender has led a lap. Points don't matter to the championship 4. Mark Mann in the 04, leading the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and the 13 of Andy Brigante. Adam Kilday in the 85 tucked in behind the 04 of Mark Mann, so 2 championship contenders running nose to tail. Zach Fritsch sitting in 11th. So Fritchie just a little bit further behind them. Anthony English in the 44, just right behind 12 of Zach Fritsch. As we come around, we're going to have 25 laps to go this time. And big time trouble for the 85 of Adam Kilday. He is hard into the outside wall. Let's see if we can figure out what happened on this one. Zach Fritsch sideways contact with the 62. '33 and the 84 go down the track. 84, I think, tried to come back up, was not clear. As we're going down the backstretch, the 33 and the 84 running nose to tail on the yellow line. And the 85 wiggles a little bit. You can just see chaos ensue. The 44 of Anthony English gets by without incident. 04 of Mark Mann was the leader. He got by without an issue. Well, everyone making their way onto pit road will have 23 laps to go when they cross the line this time. That is not enough fuel to make it to the end of this race. We'll see how this is going to play out. Mark Mann in the 04, two-tire stop for him. Wins the race off of pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr., Zach Fritsch, David Overstreet, two-tire stops for them. John McCara, 4 tires. Everyone else 4 tires as well. Trying to work on some damage. This might be the break that Nate Warren needed. Nate Warren had some impact damage, was slow, lost the pack. Let's see if the 16 is able to get back into this. But Mark Mann in the 04, your race leader. Mark Mann does not come back down pit road like quite a few other drivers will. They won't have enough fuel to make it to the end of this race, but you do shorten that final pit stop by coming back down pit road. Mark Mann, David Overstreet, and Zach Workman will be lined up. Everyone else tail end of the longest line. All right, field is stacked up, ready to go. Mark Mann, David Overstreet on the front row for the restart. Then it's the 19 of Zach Workman, the 62 of Les Levy, row number 2. Here we go. Pace truck out of the way. And we are back to green flag racing. A bit of a delayed start there. Mark Mann in the 04 out in front just a little bit. David Overstreet in the 46 leading in the second lane. One driver not able to keep up with the pack. That is the 00 of Rob Connors. Connors going to cycle around all by himself. It looks like Nate Warren in the 18, or I'm sorry, in the 16 was 18th spot. Now working out in front of the 071 of Eric Glory. But Nate Warren, who was struggling to keep up with the pack, seems to have done some repairs and now looks like he might be able to keep pace. Still see a little bit of damage on the 16. Nothing terrible. Go to 04. Hugging the yellow line, Mark Mann. Putting together a case to be the championship winner. He is out in front, not only of our championship 4, but of the field. That Fritsch, Adam Kilday, Anthony English, your current running order for the championship 4. And we are green, but we've had a bit of a dust up. One driver heading to pit road, that's Peter DeBorgia and Zach Workman. Not sure what caused that, but holy cow. Big moment there. Wonder if Workman had an issue. Maybe popped an engine, pushing a little too hard. Either way, this puts the field single file. The 04 Mark Mann well out in front of our other championship drivers. Down to 17 laps to go. Down the back stretch. 04 continues to lead Zach Workman on pit road. Peter DeBorgia in the 42 has gone a lap down. And DeBorgia not only a lap down, but lost the draft. As a large group of drivers on the pit road as the fuel window is open. Mark Mann on pit lane, Zach Fritsch on pit road, Adam Kilday on pit road. So 3 of our 4 championship championship contenders have hit pit road. The 44 of Anthony English does not make a pit stop. Lynn McNeese, Andy Brigante peel off for pit road. This is going to give the race lead to the 44 of Anthony English. And English leads his first laps of the race. So Anthony English out in front. English looks like his strategy is to try to run his tanks as dry as possible. So the 44 out in front has not made a pit stop. Mark Mann in the 04 leads our drivers who have the 12 of Zach Fritsch right there as well. 85 of Adam Kilday tucked in tight behind the 04. So we have seen this strategy play out earlier in the race. The drivers who came down pit road first were the ones who ended up with the race lead, and as this race is winding down, it's going to be very important for the 44 of Anthony English to be turning laps faster than Mark Mann. Last time by, Anthony English turned a 48.87. Mark Mann turned a 47.74. Mark Mann getting around faster than Anthony English, so the longer English stays out, the further behind he gets. If this stays green, now there could be a dust up since we only have a handful of cars that have not made a pit stop. A little bit less of a chance of an incident. Not saying it can't happen, just saying a little bit lower chance. These guys are running single file. They're not 2 wide. They're not 3 wide. As the 15 of Senior peels away for pit road. So what Anthony English is gambling on is that there is a crash that involves Mark Mann, Zach Fritsch, and Adam Kilday in the second group, as the 44 just lost another second to the group that is already pitted. Check in on Mark Mann, Adam Kilday, and Zach Fritsch. So the longer the 44 stays out, the further behind he is going to be as we come to the end of this race. But it is a safer call for him, as the 12 of Zach Fritsch going to try and make it 3 wide. We're going to have 3 of our championship contenders out in front of this group. Things are getting very interesting. Kilday jumps up to the middle in front of the 04 of Mark Mann. Zach Fritsch up along the wall. Kilday not wanting to give Fritsch any room. The 85 and the 04 trying to keep the 12 pinched up into the wall. So things are heating up. Anthony English maybe looking like a great call here. As Mark Mann in the 04 shuffled out of the way, he drops down below the yellow line, gets back into the groove. And the 12 and the 85 still door to door. Meanwhile, the 44 of Anthony English is just out here enjoying clean air, sunshine, and the roses. So English continuing to lead, not coming down pit road that time. Kilday, Zach Fritsch still battling it out side by side. Mark Mann and the 04 have been shuffled back just a little bit. It was 80 or the 42 and the 84 both getting in the wall a little bit. The thing's heating up in this second group. Meanwhile, the 44 of Anthony English has been calm, but not fast. This may not end up going the way that Anthony English hopes for, but we won't know until we get there. Looks like both drivers, or all 4 drivers, have laid down 2 different strategies. We're going to see how it plays out. Down to 5 laps to go, and Anthony English peels off for pit lane. Here comes Adam Kilday, Zach Fritsch, and Mark Mann as they are back to 3 wide. They're easily going to make their way past the 44 of Anthony English. And so the tables have turned. The 44 led a while, brought it down pit road, and now with 4 laps to go, the 44 going to need the help of a yellow flag to get back into this. And the way that they are battling up at the front, he just might get it. to the 85 of Adam Kilday. Down along the bottom line, the 12 of Zach Fritsch in the middle. 04 of Mark Mann up along the high side. Down to 3 laps to go. Kilday and Fritsch out in front just a little bit of Mark Mann. Mark Mann going to try and use some momentum to get back into this. Anthony English in the 44, 20 seconds behind this battle for the race lead. Close quarters racing at the front of the field. The 46 helping the 04. 17 on the back bumper of the 85. Trouble. Mark Mann goes around Zach Fritsch. And Adam Kilday are going to get away from it. Final lap. And it comes down to just 2 drivers, the 85 and the 12. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds going to give a shot to the 85, and that huge shove in trouble. Contact the 12. Going to get into it with the 17. Zach Fritsch holds on to it, but that is going to be enough for the 85 of Adam Kilday to come around and be your season 16 champion. Adam Kilday gets it done. Holy cow, how about that finish, ladies and gentlemen? Kilday got it done, won the race, and wins the championship. Heartbreak for Mark Mann, as he looked like he had a shot to battle it out. Got into trouble in turn 1. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds giving a shot to the 85, sending him out in front. And Kilday going to beat Zach Fritsch to the line. Jeff Crosby Jr. coming up to give a congratulation kiss. Let's take another look at this one as the white flag comes out into turn 1. Mark Mann in the 04, the 12 of Zach Fritsch, and the 85 of Adam Kilday go into it. The 71 Big Wiggle collects Mark Mann. And then the battle at the front is down to just 3 cars. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds going to give a shot to the 85, and that right there was more than enough to shoot Adam Kilday out to the win. But then the 12 and the 17 make a little bit of contact, and that gives it to the 85 without a challenger as he crossed the start finish line. How about that? Our season champion Adam Kilday. Before we talk to our drivers, let's get into the rest of the results. Kilday, Fritsch, Reynolds, your podium finishers. Then it's Jeff Crosby Jr. and Lynn McNeese to round out the top 5. 6th goes to Andy Brigante. 7th, Jeff Crosby Sr. 8th is Anthony English. Sean Stevens 9th. Nate Warren 10th. 11th goes to Alex Giffen. Rob Connors is 12th. 13th, Les Levy. 14th is Dave Hunt. Mark Mann finishing 15th. Sean McCarr 16th. 17th is David Overstreet. Peter DeBorgia 18th. Gary Clory 19th. 20th is Zach Workman. So let's roll into talking to our championship winner. That is the 85 of Adam Kilday. Adam, congratulations on the race win and congratulations on the championship.
Yeah. Thanks, KR. I really don't know what happened at the end. Wasn't the finish I was expecting. I know me and Fritsch were trading paint for a little bit, but we were packed up there. So I don't know. I thought maybe we were going to have a 3-wide finish. It was going to be a battle, but maybe the iRacing gods took over. Something happened behind me. I'm not sure.
Well, either way, you come away with the race win, man. Congratulations, because that race win locked up the championship for you. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to say?
Yeah, we'll do a shout out to the teammates, Mark and Anthony. Pleasure running with them. Shoot, what else? I guess what was it? I guess we should have had a yellow maybe at one point in the race. I think someone in the front blew an engine. I can't remember which car, but yeah, like split up the field. Sent Anthony off cycle, but unfortunately we couldn't get a yellow to rack the field back up and give everyone a chance to fight for it. But at the end of the day, it's I guess it's super speedway racing, and we all had a good shot at it with our teammates. So it's a shout out to them for showing up and giving it what they had. Even Mark was in a good spot to come out with it, and that was my main goal probably this whole season, was like put the teammates first and get all them through the round of the playoffs, which I want to say we accomplished that too. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to watch how the race ended and see what transpired. But I guess at the end of the day, I guess I couldn't imagine probably getting 3 in a row, but who knows? I think this will be my last season too. I was going to take a break for a while, and OP is going to be running a different, maybe a different system next season with the points. It would be nice to check that out, but unfortunately, I just can't get myself to sign up for another competitive season at the moment. So we'll probably be signing off for this for a season or two for a while, and maybe come back with a more enjoyment mindset like I used to have in the beginning of the league when I joined. But we'll see when time comes. So yeah.
Well, Adam, on the from all of us admins here at OP, congratulations on the season 16 championship. We appreciate you running with us, and thank you, KR, for broadcasting our series this season, and we appreciate both of y'all.
Well,
Thank you, Jimmy.
So, Jimmy, congratulations to you on another wonderful season, 16th season in the books. Adam Kilday is your champion. How do you think this one went this season?
I think it was a good season overall. It was a little rocky here and there, but we got through it. And for Adam getting 3 in a row, that's a heck of a accomplishment. Now you and Hunter are tied for championships with OP, so that's got good company there. Yeah, so I think next season we may change some things up a little bit and try to bring the fun back into it. Maybe make a little, I don't know, little changes here and there we're talking about, but we'll announce that in the future. We'll take a couple weeks off, try to do some recruiting, and yeah. Yep, appreciate y'all.
All right, there you have it. Adam Kilday, Jimmy Reynolds. Adam, nice job, man. Once again, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it, KR. Probably thanks to Jimmy too there. I can't forget to mention you for giving me that bump on that final lap.
Yes, sir.
Won't forget it. So I owe you. Yeah.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our championship winner. Now let's move on to our second place driver. That is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Zach, congratulations on second place in the race and second place in the championship.
Yeah, I guess it's congrats. Yeah, it's a bummer. Come that close, come that far from it. I mean, we had the numbers coming into that last lap, thinking that we had a really good shot of it, trying to see about getting the win from him. And then, then they ended up wrecking and just coming down the backstretch and just trying to do whatever I can to, just held my line. And I know he was going to come up and side draft me, which he did. And then I was going to come down and side draft him in the turn. And it looks like me and Jimmy got into it. And that shit sailed, and as soon as, so I'm driving away after I was, me and Jimmy got collected. So it hurt to see, but yeah.
Well, regardless, it was an interesting race. 3 wide amongst 3 of the 4 championship contenders. I mean, you coming to the white flag, you can't ask for much more than that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's just a matter of the biggest what if, what if they didn't wreck there? What if, we stayed clean throughout that whole lap? Just seeing what would have happened there towards the line if we all did. So just all what ifs, it's always is. Maybe in another universe, right?
Maybe in another one. All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you'd like to add?
Of course, shout out to you up in the booth. Shout out to the wife. The wife told me I disappointed her tonight. It's her birthday. And, I had a race today. And she goes, well, I guess I can't think of anything better since you're doing the championship race. If it was a regular race, I would have beat your ass. But, it's a champ race. And she was like, well, you better go win this thing then. And I said, well, I'm sure damn going to give it my best, babe. And obviously, I could sit there and say that I gave it my best. Couldn't come up with it. So hopefully I don't get to sleep on the couch tonight afterwards. And then shout out to the FSR team, of course, and the old FSR boys that even came out to help. Peter and Workman also came to help out as well. So I know they were there. So, shout out to everybody and shout out to all the fans watching. So, yeah, thanks.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Fritsch, driver of the 12. Zach, congratulations on second place, man.
Appreciate you, KR.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't see Anthony English in the chat room. So we'll move on to our 4th place finisher in the championship, and that is the 04 of Mark Mann. Mark, got your ears on, bud?
Yo, what's up, Kara?
Well, you bring it home 4th out of 4 championship contenders, but 3 wide with your competitors to take the white flag. Tell me a little bit about what you thought was going to happen next.
I'll tell you what, that last 6 or 8 laps, I had an absolute blast. That was so much fun. I was hoping it would finish like that. I thought it would, we caught the white, but it just didn't. It was just was just good hard racing in the middle there. I actually don't blame anybody. That was just a racing deal. It looked like a little bit of net code. Took me out of it, but I had to look at it. I had David Overstreet behind me who stayed dedicated, and I told him how much I appreciated that big time. I just needed one more car behind him. If I would have had one more car behind him, I think that third line could have got rolling, and we might have had a better look at it. But you know, that's just the way these go. I got caught up and took me out of it. I was happy for my teammate Adam Kilday for getting the championship. It's fun racing up there with Fritsch. I had an absolute blast that last 6 or 8 laps. You know, I'm going to take away from this, you know, everything positive. And, you know, I was upset for like a split second, but I knew it wasn't intentional. And, you know, I don't know, Kara, I for finishing last in the championship race, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Actually had a great time, and I'm happy about it. It's fine.
Well, man, nice job out there. It was a heck of a race to watch. I enjoyed every minute of this one. And for season 16, man, glad I was part of it. Glad you were part of that final sprint to the end. And 4th place for you. Can't be too upset. Yeah. As great racing all season long for you.
Yeah, had a look. You know, that's all you can ask for at the end of these. You know, Adam's a beast out here, so 3 championships in a row. I don't know if we're ever going to see that again over here Monday Night OP. So that's kind of a big time milestone. I know some other drivers that have 3, but 3 in a row is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I'm going to take away from that everything positive. Take some time off, you know, and enjoy some of the nice weather that's coming up. I'll get back in the saddle again. Might take a season off. I took a season off the season before. And I might do that again because I definitely enjoy the fall and winter season a lot better when the time change comes. But we'll see. Who knows? I get itchy, so I might be back out here.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations, Mark. Nice job out there tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just want to say thanks, KR, for broadcasting this season, man. It was awesome to have you back in the booth, and congratulations to Adam on another championship. And Zach, it was awesome racing with him tonight, and my other teammate, Anthony English. And, you know, thanks to Mara for supporting me all season long, and all the admins who do the thankless work behind the scenes. Sometimes it gets a little bit rough and rowdy and probably pretty frustrating, you know, so I can just kind of be a fly on the wall for that. And everybody watch and supports OP. Thank you. And all the admins.
All right, man. Once again, congratulations on your finish here tonight.
Thanks, brother.
That is Mark Mann in the 04, our 4th place finisher. So that is going to do it for us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. That is going to do it for me here in season 16, and possibly my last Monday night broadcast, at least for the foreseeable future. I can't think of a better way to say thank you to you guys than just saying thank you, guys. So glad to be a part of it. Crowning Adam Kilday for a 3rd time in a row. 2 for me, as I was not here last season. But that being said, I do hope you all stay safe. Hope to stay in contact with you guys. I've enjoyed every Monday night with you. Wednesday night, the Grand National Series is still going on, but we are getting ready to crown a champion. I believe there's just 2 races left in that Wednesday night season. And so if you really need to, you can come on by and hang out with us on Wednesday night. So until then, I'll stay safe and have a great night.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today, and remember,